الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Your Excellency, Hashim Hasbil Rasul, Minister for Telecommunication and Digital Technology, and our guest, Major General Khalid Fawad, Governor of South Sinai, Dr. Sharif Farouk, President of Egypt, Khalid Kuwari, Secretary General of Arab Permanent Commission, the representative of the African Union, is here, the distinguished CEOs and heads of delegations of the FAPC, Secretary General of the Pan-African Postal Union, Mr. Yunus, Mr. Mitoki, Chairman of the Postal Operations Council, who is here with us, the Deputy Director General, my colleague, Mr. Pascal Kleber, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Bashar al-Sadri, wa sirli amri wa qawdatu min lisani wa qawli. First of all, I would like to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us the opportunity to gather here today. Your Excellency, I want to thank you for inviting me to this important meeting of the FPTC and for the warm hospitality that my delegation has been accorded since our arrival in this beautiful city of Sharm el-Sheikh. This is my third and fourth time, I think, that I have visited this country and this beautiful city. So, Excellencies, it's always a good memory to be back in this beautiful city. I also want to thank the government of Egypt for organizing this session just 2 months before the official opening of the 27th Congress in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire, planned for August 2021. Your Excellencies, again, I want to thank you and also to acknowledge the enduring relationship that exists between UPU and the Arab region. I also want to acknowledge the personal and deep friendship that I have with my brothers and sisters of this region. I want to express once more the honor, the privilege, and the support you have given to me during my leadership of the Union for the past 2 cycles. Excellency, this region and its leaders and people have a special place in my heart. I will never forget, I will never forget your crucial votes that saw me through the finish line during the tough election that took place on the 25th UPU Congress in Johannesburg in 2012. I always say this and I want to repeat again. It's the vote from this region that made the difference between me being here today as Director General and not. And for that, I'm immensely grateful for all of you. Your Excellency, the position of the Director General of GPU is both political one, very technical, and also very sensitive. I can see some of my colleagues here who are aspiring to be Director Generals. I wish you good luck. It's not an easy calling. And let me tell you one thing, and listen to me please, those who aspire to be DG. When you elected a DG, and I'm sure you're going to tell the Congress here today, that your views and vision are for the Union, you have only 2 choices to make. 2. You either become a politician, a diplomat, and you go to high meetings like this, enjoy a very beautiful travels globally and do the political nice talks, and do nothing for the Union and not changes because you want to avoid the controversies that are associated with it. And have a comfortable time. And if the member countries are kind enough, they elect you a second time. Or hard road, the difficult challenge that comes with office, the challenge that comes with today's reality that's facing you, the reform agenda that you have to present for member countries. That is not on zero. And I have myself and my deputy director general, a very good experience with that. So once again, I want to say that I am very grateful for that. Your Excellencies, I have listed more than 35 reforms and major events and what we call life-changing events that we have done during the last 8 years. If I start talking about them, I'm sure we don't have the time and the space for it here. So I want to spare you all of that. I just want to let you know that we have been able to achieve 99.8% of all our performance indicators, our objectives and targets that we have set ourselves, the Congress has set for us, and the member countries have set for us during the last 8 years, myself and my colleague, Mr. Khashoggi. That just tells you the depth of planning, execution, and the focus that we have paid attention to this unit. Chairman, I want to say that we have fulfilled all the requirements that you expected of us. Actually, 1 year ago, February in 2020, we have delivered and reported our results. Chairman, we have held 3 congresses during this cycle, first time in history, and we're going to do the 4th one here, 2 months from now. Chairman, we have had major reforms. We have carried out and facilitated more than 110 internal and external audit exercises with 0 qualifications from all our external audits. Myself and my colleague, Pascal from the office, we carried out what's called a risk assessment of the unit. We wanted to know what we are facing. And we actually engaged expert opinion from international, well-reputed audit firm called Ernst & Young, come and tell us what was the risks that this unit faced. Mr. Chairman, this is a very, very old organization that was established in 1874, but has not changed with the times. Therefore, most of our systems, most of our rules and regulations, most of our business models were predicated on those days, century and a half ago. So when we took this challenge, the first thing that came to our mind is how do we address the myriad challenges in this? Since it's nearly close to 40 years of experience in the postal sector, I've been here myself. I have been a delegate, I have been a CEO, I have attended numerous conferences. I have institutional memory of what is required of this unit. So when we took the challenge, all the private, we were given 10 risks, 10 major risks of this union which needed to be addressed, and we embarked on that. Chairman, when I say we have achieved 99.8%, most of those challenges we have addressed, but there are 0.2 which we could not be able to address, and it's before the Congress again. Those are the 2 I want to be able to focus a little on. But suffice to say, Mr. Chairman, that all that did not come easy, and 2 challenges is the role and relevance of the union and the financial sustainability of the union. These are the 2 major challenges that were presented to us by Mr. Ernst Young. Mr. Chairman, if I talk of only the challenge to these 2 reforms, they have been with us for the last 20 years, if not 30 years, since 1989 Washington Congress, and some of my colleagues, Mr. Yunus from Secretary General Purpose here, and some other delegates will be here. We attended 1994 Seoul Congress. Reform and urgent reforms were the agenda on the table 27 years ago. Since then, we have held 7 congresses. And every of those Congress, the proposals are submitted to the Congress members, the ministers, the governments, the regulators, the operators, everybody, the private sector, the academia. Everybody tells us we want to reform. Now, we have failed to reform for 7 consecutive Congress. Every time we come to the end of the Congress cycle, we are told we are not ready. We are told we need further studies. We are told we are too radical. We are told we need to have what is called further studies. And then we are told that studies have been changing from one Congress to the other. One time we've been told, oh, we need to see more of clear separation between governmental and operational aspects of the union. And then we brought that up and said, let's have a single council so that we can have clear governmental role and clear operational role. We told, no. Now we want to see more impact analysis. We need to see now a two-step approach. And now recently I've had we need also to go for multiple step approach. The question, fundamental question we need to ask ourselves, and I want the experts here please help our ministers and help our leaders here who don't have the privilege of the time to sit in our meetings. You are the ones who are advising. Why has this union refused to change for the last 27 years? And every Congress, which is the plenipotentiary of ministers and governments, tell us to change. Mr. Chairman, there's only 2 reasons for that. One is a political reason for it, and the second is commercial reasons. I don't have the space and the time to be able to debate that, but if you are delegates who you send to this meeting are honest with you, you need to challenge them and ask them that question. Why? Ministers have told us, we held a ministerial conference every Congress, myself and DDG, so that we get the clear direction. We hold CEO's conference 4 times. We brought the captains of industry together and had their views. We had an international forum. We brought all the private sector, the big players, academia, the ministers, the regulators together in a forum like this, and as we discussed in February last year, all of them tell us we need to reform like yesterday. But when it comes to actual put this on paper, there's a lot of resistance to this, Mr. Chairman. And that is a topic that is going to be on the agenda for the ministers when we go to Congress.